Folks, the wait is over. The 2025 NFL season is less than 3 hours away. And here are my Week 1 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread. And we'll be doing this every Thursday throughout the season. Big Al here on this Eagles Day, Birds Day, I should say. It's Thursday, September 4th, 2025. And again, welcome to my Week 1 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread. And I'll also update you on the injury reports from tonight's Cowboys-Eagles game and tomorrow's Chiefs-Chargers game. And before we begin, gotta say what's up to the folks in the chat. What's up, Marble Sky? All hail King Caesar. What's poppin'? How y'all doing? Alright. So if you want more football content like this, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. And now, without further ado, let's dive in to the Week 1 NFL picks. Starting off with tonight's kickoff game as the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles raise their banner at Lincoln Financial Field tonight against the hated Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Marbles, I ain't taking this off. This is my team. What you talking about? Anyway, the Cowboys are 23rd in my initial power rankings, and the Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champs, sit at number 1. That game is tonight at 8:20 Eastern on NBC with Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark calling the game. Point spreads are courtesy of the Sports Alerts app. And when I wrote them down yesterday, the spread was Eagles -9 and the over-under is at 47.5. All right, taking a look at the injury report for both teams. Looks like cornerback Trayvon Diggs, tackle Tyler Guyton, and tight end Brevin Spanford will all play tonight. Meanwhile, defensive tackle Perrion Winfrey is out with a back injury. And for the Eagles, defensive tackle Jalen Carter is listed on the injury report. Then, of course, there's guard Landon Dickerson, who was injured in the joint practice with the Browns a few weeks ago. He looks like he's going to go tonight. Rookie safety Andrew Bakuba looks like he's a go. Likewise with linebacker Joshua Uche. The only major injury for the Eagles is quarterback Tanner McKee. He is out with a thumb injury. What's up, Bryce? What's up, Mason? All right. I had initially made this my lock of the week, but given the fact that the Cowboys and Eagles play very tight games, I'm going to backtrack from that. Because I think Dak Prescott will throw the ball. He will be back tonight. He didn't play against the Eagles in 2024 in either matchup because he was injured. But I think he's going to give us a hard time with our secondary, which are missing some key pieces. Of course, we said goodbye to C.J. Garner-Johnson, among others. In our pass rush, I'm a little concerned about that with the loss of Milton Williams to the Patriots. Our offensive line should be fine even without Mekhi Becton, who is now a Charger. But I think the Cowboys can throw the ball. They have the quarterback in Dak Prescott. And they have the receivers in CeeDee Lamb and the newly acquired George Pickens. I think the Philadelphia Eagles will win this game, although it's going to be a lot closer than most people think. I have Philadelphia actually winning this game by a final score of 28-20. Which would put the game just over the 47.5 point total. But I am taking Dallas with the 9 points. I think that spread was a little too high. I think they inflated it after the Micah Parsons trade. So again, 28-20 Eagles. Philadelphia wins, but Dallas covers. Tomorrow night is the Brazil game between the 4th-ranked Kansas City Chiefs and the 11th-ranked Los Angeles Chargers. Again, they are playing in Sao Paulo. And that's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on YouTube. Yes, that's right. YouTube is carrying this game. However, it will be broadcast locally in Kansas City on KSHB Channel 41 and in Los Angeles on KNBC Channel 4. The announcers for this game will be NFL Network's Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner with sideline reporter Stacey Dales. Current point spread is Kansas City -3 and the over-under is at 46.5. And I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning this one 27-20. I have the game finishing over 46.5 and I'm taking the Chiefs at -3. I don't think McCarthy will be that good. I'm not sure what to think of J.J. McCarthy at this point. I'll have to watch him a little bit and see what he's about. Alright, on to the Sunday. In fact, let's go to the injury report for the Chiefs and Chargers real quick. Starting off with the Chiefs. Expected to play are wide receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown, linebacker Jack Cochran, cornerback Christian Fuller facing his former team, tackle Jawan Taylor, linebacker Drew Tranquil, and tight end Jared Wiley. Defensive tackle Omar Norman Lott is questionable with an ankle injury, while wide receiver Jalen Royals is out with a knee. And only 2 names listed on the Chargers injury report, but it looks like they'll be a full go tomorrow night, including running back Najee Harris, who had that injury, that fireworks injury over the summer, and cornerback Elijah Molden. And now we can jump over to Sunday afternoon, beginning with the Arizona Cardinals ranked number 19 in my initial power rankings, going up against the New Orleans Saints ranked 32nd. This, I think, will be the team that will pick first in the 2026 draft. This game is Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Your announcers are Tom McCarthy, Ross Tucker, Logan Ryan, and sideline reporter Tiffany Blackman. Current point spread is Arizona -6.5, and the over-under is at 43.5. This was one of my easiest picks of the week. I'm taking the Cardinals here. They'll win this game 31-14, as New Orleans is looking to be one of the worst defenses in football. This game will finish over 43.5 points, and I'm taking the Redbirds at -6.5. How do you get this info? Well, the injury reports I got from NFL.com. I got the announcers from 506 Sports, and I actually written them down from NBC Bay Area. All the broadcast teams from all the networks, I got those written down. And then the point spreads and totals are from the Sports Alerts app. These may be different odds than what you see on FanDuel or DraftKings. What's up, Anna? How are you? Moving on, we have the Carolina Panthers ranked number 28 at the Jacksonville Jaguars ranked number 18. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Current point spread is Jacksonville -3.5. Your announcers are Chris Myers, Mark Schlereth, and Jen Hale. The Jaguars will win this one 24-17. I have the game going under 47. I wouldn't be surprised if it went over. And I'm taking Jacksonville at home at -3.5. Next, the Battle of Ohio, Part 1 for 2025. The 12th ranked Cincinnati Bengals, who missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons and are looking to go back this season, visit their in-state rivals, the Cleveland Browns, ranked number 31. And Joe Flacco will be the starting quarterback for Cleveland. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Your announcers are Kevin Kugler, Daryl the Moose Johnson, and Allison Williams. No relation to me. Current point spread is Cincinnati -5, and the over-under is 47.5. And look, I get it. We all know that Joe Burrow and the Bengals usually struggle in the first couple of weeks of the season. Well, in September as a whole. I don't even want to hear it this year. The Bengals are going to win this game almost quite convincingly. I have Cincinnati 31, Cleveland 21. I am going to take the over on the 47.5. And I'm taking the visiting Bengals at -5. Haha, what up, Joey? Thanks, man. And here's my jersey that I bought. Number 16. And y'all saw the back. It's my new profile picture on YouTube. Next up, it's the Las Vegas Raiders, ranked number 26, visiting the New England Patriots, ranked number 17. And you have new head coaches for both teams. New, but not exactly new. Pete Carroll, who took 2024 off from coaching, is back as the head man in Las Vegas. And then Mike Vrabel, who was let go by the Tennessee Titans during the offseason, he is now the new man in Foxborough. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. Your announcers for this game will be Spero Dedes, Adam Archuleta, and sideline reporter Aditi Kinkhabwala. Try saying that 5 times fast. Current point spread is New England -2.5, and the over-under is 44. Give me the Patriots in this one, 27-17. I think the Raiders' defense will be one of the worst units in the NFL this year. The total will push to 44, and I'm taking New England -2.5. Next up is Joey's Miami Dolphins visiting the Indianapolis Colts. The Dolphins are ranked 25th, while the Colts are 24th. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. And your announcers for this game will be Andrew Catalan, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, and sideline reporter AJ Ross. Current point spread is a pick'em. It may have shifted on other sites. And the over-under is at 46. I thought long and hard about taking the Dolphins in this one. But I think Miami's a little bit beat up. Devin Achane, I don't think is going to play in this game. Plus, I like the defensive makeup of the team. Plus, the Colts, I think, has comparable weapons to that of the Dolphins. I think Miami's weapons are better. Miami's quarterback is better. But in the end, it all comes down to the defense. And I think that gives the Colts the edge here. Indy wins 24-16. The game will go under 46. And I'm taking the Colts in a pick'em. Again, they may have shifted elsewhere. Then got an NFC East battle between the New York Football Giants at number 27 and the NFC runners-up from 2024, the Washington Commanders, ranked number 14. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Your announcers are Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, and sideline reporters Aaron Andrews and Tom Rinaldi. Current point spread is Washington -6, and the over-under is 45.5. I was thinking that the Commanders were going to blow the doors off the Giants. But looking at this pass rush New York has, they'll be able to keep it close on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think they'll give Jaden Daniels enough time to make good decisions. I do have the Commanders winning this game, though, 20-17. The game will go under 45.5, but I'm taking New York with the 6 points. Yep, the Commanders did take Debo from the 49ers. So that's a new weapon for Daniels and that offense. All right, we have revenge game ×2. Aaron Rodgers and his new team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, take on Justin Fields and the New York Jets. Of course, Fields is an ex-Steeler, played for him last year. The Steelers are 15th in my initial power rankings, while the Jets are 29th. This game is Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS, and your announcers will be Ian Eagle, J.J. Watt, and sideline reporter Evan Washburn. Current point spread is Pittsburgh -2.5, and the over-under is 38.5. Personally, I think Justin Fields is booty. I don't know why the Jets signed him, but to each their own, right? Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers is an aging quarterback. He's, 41 years old? 42 years old? But he can still sling the rock. I got the Steelers winning 24-14. This game will go just under 38.5. And I'm taking the Steelers at -2.5. Okay, the last of the early games is an NFC South battle. The 8th ranked Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the 22nd ranked Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Announcers are Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Megan O'Leary. Current point spread is Tampa Bay -2, over-under is 47. And just like I thought about the Dolphins beating the Colts, I also thought about the Bucs winning against the Falcons, but Tampa Bay's got some injury concerns right out the gate. Chris Godwin is still hurt from his injury last season. Tristan Wirfs is not expected to play either. And another receiver is down. So this may be an opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons to steal one at home. By the way, they did sweep Tampa Bay last season. I have the Falcons 24-20. The game goes under 47. And I'm taking Atlanta with the 2 points. Moving on to the late games. Starting off with the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks in an NFC West battle. Sunday at 4:05 Eastern on Fox. Your announcers are Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, and sideline reporter Pam Oliver. Current point spread is San Francisco -2.5, and the over-under is at 43.5. And there's some injury concerns on both sides. I know the Niners are missing, I think, a receiver or something. And we know the Seahawks are also missing a receiver. They're missing Cooper Kupp, the guy they just signed a while back. I think this is going to be a knockdown, drag them out divisional tilt, which I have the 49ers winning by a single point, 24-23. The game will go over 43.5, and I'm taking the Hawks at +2.5. Our next game is my new lock of the week, and that's the Tennessee Titans, ranked number 30, visiting the Denver Broncos, ranked number 10. Sunday at 4:05 Eastern on Fox. Your announcers will be Adam Amin, Mark Schlereth, and sideline reporter Christina Pink. Current point spread is Denver -9, and the over-under is at 42.5. This will be Cam Ward's NFL debut for the Titans as their starting quarterback, and I think it's going to go rough having to face that Denver secondary led by defending Defensive Player of the Year Pat Surtain II. With that, I'm going to take the Broncos to win this one 30-16. The game will shoot just over 42.5, And as my lock of the week, I have the Broncos at -9. And then you have game 2 of the CBS doubleheader, starting off with the game that most people will be seeing on Sunday. And that's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers, ranked 5th and 6th in my initial power rankings. Sunday at 4:25 Eastern on CBS, your announcers are Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and sideline reporter and U of M alum Tracy Wolfson. Current point spread is Green Bay -2.5, and the over-under is at 47. Now, the point spread shifted because Detroit was favored to win this game. But after the Micah Parsons signing, Vegas decided to make Green Bay the favorites. But this is going to be a battle like all Lions-Packers games have been the past few years. I think Detroit has a chip on their shoulder. And even though the Packers now have Micah Parsons, I don't think he's going to be playing every snap. I think Sonic and Knuckles can run all across the Green Bay run defense. And that will be the key to this one. Lions 31, Packers 28. Game shoots well over 47. And I'm taking Detroit at +2.5. The last of the Sunday afternoon games pits the 7th-ranked Houston Texans and the 13th-ranked Los Angeles Rams. Sunday at 4:25 on CBS. Your announcers are Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and sideline reporter Melanie Collins. Current point spread is LA -3, and the over-under is at 44. And this game could go either way. Houston has easily the scariest secondary in football, with Lassiter and Petrie leading the way. But I think that Stafford will survive those two and win this game. LA wins 28-24. The game shoots over 44, and I'm taking the Rams at home at -3. That brings us to our game of the week, which is Sunday Night Football. And this week, it's an AFC divisional round rematch between the 3rd-ranked Baltimore Ravens and the number 2-ranked Buffalo Bills. Sunday night at 8:20 on NBC. Your announcers are Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and sideline reporter Melissa Stark. Current spread is a pick'em, but that may have changed. The over-under is 50.5, which is the highest total on the board this week. What's popping, Crazy Cajun? All right. Yep, the game's still a pick'em. The Dolphins-Colts game is still a pick'em as well. I think going against the Bills in the home opener in September is quite the proposition. But Baltimore may have one of the more stacked rosters across the NFL going into the 2025 season. And I think there's going to be bunches upon bunches of points in this game. I'm going to take Baltimore to win 31-28. This game will go over 50.5, and I'm taking the Bills, or not the Bills, but rather the Ravens as a pick'em. And then to wrap up the week, we have Monday Night Football pitting 2 NFC North rivals as the number 16 Minnesota Vikings visit Soldier Field to face the number 21 Chicago Bears. Monday night at 8:15 on ESPN, and the game will also be airing on ABC. Your announcers are Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, with sideline reports from both Lisa Salters and Laura Rutledge. Current point spread is Minnesota -2, and the over-under is 44.5. Now, this will be the first time we'll see Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy under center after he missed this entire rookie year due to injury. And this is going to be a tight game. I think Chicago can get some points, but I think Caleb Williams is way too hyped for this one. Vikings win 26-20. The game goes over 44.5. And I'm taking the visiting Minnesota Vikings at -2. Oh, you want to see the jersey, chat? Damn, look at that. And let me turn around so you can see the back. There it is, y'all. There it is. I love this jersey. I've only worn it a few hours. But yeah, Crazy Cajun's right. The Ravens will be a force. Wouldn't surprise me if they were the AFC representatives in Santa Clara come February. All right, so those are my Week 1 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread. And the injury report for tonight's Cowboys-Eagles game and tomorrow night's Chiefs-Chargers game. We will have the injury reports for the other Sunday games coming up on Sunday morning. I'll probably be on at about noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with those. So join me Sunday for the rest of the injury report. And like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell, get notified every time I go live. And a big shout out to everyone that joined me. Chad, Crazy Cajun, Marble Sky. Here we go. Gotta give my boy Mason some props. My boy Joey, the Dolphins fan. Shout out to him. Check out his channel, by the way. Killer bowling content there. Also, his beautiful wife, Anna. And Bryce Garvey. Plus my boy King Caesar Blanco coming in here as well. Shout out to all of y'all. Alright, Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching and enjoy the pigskin. Peace out. Yeah.